Good job. Hey, he's got a drinky. Hold it. Shake it. Thank you. Good job. Initially, this started off as something that I just wanted to do for myself. But through it, I've been able to realize that it's so much bigger than just a personal goal of mine. Like, I can't thank Leah, my wife, enough for like all the support that she's given me. There were like multiple days where I would leave early in the morning, or leave after work and be gone for a couple hours to go train. And not once did she make me feel guilty for that. Not once did she try to pressure me to stay home, or like, she knew this was a goal of mine and she's been supporting me through it the entire time. Same with my family. And so this is really about more than just me doing something for myself. I think I want to make my wife proud. I want to make my daughter proud as well. I want her to be able to look back at something like this, as little as it may seem, and know that when she gets older, she can accomplish goals and go through difficult things, and be able to be that example to her in this way. And then there's been, a couple of people in my family that were recently diagnosed with some diseases, and so I'm doing it for them as well. My grandma passed away 2 months ago, and so I'll be thinking about her through this as well. And so this has turned into something that is really for everybody that has been a supporter of me, that is close to me. I want to make them proud. I want to do something that they can look at and hopefully be motivated by. And I can't wait to celebrate with them when I cross the finish line. 3 or 4 years ago, I had an opportunity to hear James Lawrence, who's more popularly known as the Iron Cowboy. And he talked about doing 50 Ironmans in 50 days and what that experience was like, and all the different things that he learned going through it. And that was my first introduction into what a triathlon even is. And so I always thought at some point that it'd be cool to do one, whether it be a full or a half. And then about 6 months ago, I did a Spartan race with a few of my buddies, and realized not only how out of shape I was, but also how disgusted I felt about how I looked. And so at that time, I knew I had to just put something on the calendar and put something that I knew would keep me disciplined and that would scare me a little bit. I decided, I'm gonna do an Ironman. I started researching, figuring out which ones I could do, and it so happened that at that time there was a half Ironman that was December 15th, here like an hour away from where we live in Florida. And I signed up for it, and I had no experience in swimming, no experience. I didn't even own a bike at the time, and I had done a half marathon a couple years ago from that point that I had signed up. And so I 100% was super scared and didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I felt like me signing up for something and having this huge goal would keep me structured and focused. And I knew that I had to do something a little bit kind of out of, the realm of what I thought I could do or accomplish. And so I felt like I needed to do something that was gonna make me super uncomfortable. I think of all three disciplines, the running was what was most natural, or what was the easiest. Biking for me, I had to like reach out to friends and connect to people that I knew were pretty skilled or had more of an expertise in cycling, to get advice on like, hey, what do I buy? Like, what's the type of equipment that you recommend I use for this? Then there's a challenge of like finding routes that you can take around here where you're not, riding next to a car. That was another challenge that I like never really thought through was, all right, you got the bike, you got the equipment, now where can you get a 20 or a 30 or a 50-mile bike in and not have to be constantly stopping or get in the way of traffic? And so a lot of times I'd end up just going to the gym and just riding on an e-bike and getting workouts there. Swimming was the thing that scared me the most, and I probably have seen the biggest improvement in that from when I first started until where I am today. I have to give a huge shout out to Ben Peacock for training me and forcing me and pushing me to work on my form and to get more confidence in that part of the training. But yeah, I made the biggest stride in that area. And one of the things that I feel like I've learned is just how important fitness has been to my emotional health, my relationships even. My spiritual walk with God has been in a really good spot, probably better than it has been in like maybe the last 3 or 4 years. I didn't sign up for this race for anything other than initially to just get back into shape and accomplish something hard, but I think I've learned through it just how important fitness and your physical health is to like other areas of your life. I think that's the biggest takeaway that I have through this journey of training, is realizing that when my physical health is in a good spot, I can be a better husband, I can be a better father, I can be a better friend. I feel better about myself, and then I'm starting to realize that I can do a lot more than maybe I think I can in other areas of my life. I'm super scared even till this day, because open water swimming is just not something that I have a lot of confidence with. So doing a 1 mile swim and knowing that there's a lot of like danger that can come from that is something that does get me a little bit nervous or anxious, but I put in the work, I've trained for it, and so that's what I'm kind of like, I don't know, resting myself on.
Yeah. Cheese. We always say cheese, and she ends up being like, yeah, she's cheese.
Big yawn.
And when I'm on a bike for 3 hours or running for an hour or swimming, a lot of times I'll do that in complete silence. And in those moments, I'm typically thinking about my family. I'm thinking about the things that I'm thankful for, praying, spending time with God, or daydreaming about different things in life. And it's almost been like a way for me to escape and to just like level set and and have gratitude for the things that I have been blessed with. And so that's another part that I wasn't going into this expecting, but I'm kind of looking back at the last 6 months and realizing like, man, like this alone time that I get with no distractions has actually made me feel a lot more fulfilled in life, because I'm able to just like take a moment, whether it's an hour or 2 hours, and just think about life and think about the people that matter to me and all the things that I'm blessed with. For me, it's really just about completion. I didn't want to give myself this time that I was trying to accomplish. I just wanted to build the confidence to know come race day that I can complete it, even if I only have 6 months of training and would consider myself like a novice to triathlon sports. But I feel like I have a good grasp of what I can do and where I can push myself. And so I think come race day, I'm just going to be focused on not letting the adrenaline like take over and me just like dump all my energy at the beginning, or get too focused on trying to stick to a specific pace or time like goal maybe that I want to hit. So I think the main objective is to complete it, to give it all that I have, and know that I didn't leave anything out, or I didn't like hold back during any of the specific portions of the race. I do feel like you can train really hard and you can put yourself through longer workouts and you can visualize yourself, you know, doing different parts of the race. But come race day, there's going to be challenges and things that I'm going to face that maybe I didn't plan for. And so I'm also going into it with an expectation that it's going to be hard. I'm going to have to like push through some things that maybe I didn't experience during the last 6 months training. And that's kind of part of the experience. That's why you do it. And so I have to embrace that and just go into it expecting that there's going to be some walls that I'm going to hit. And I think that's what makes it fun, is like, all right, like you train for it, but come day of the race or the event, like let's see what you're made of, let's see what you got.
Go whip! Last leg, bro! Last leg!
I know that when I cross that finish line, I'm gonna, it's like the cherry on top. Like I put in all the work, all of the hours and days and the failures that I've had, whether it be, swimming or running or biking, like I've gone through all of that. This is the cherry on top. This is like the culmination of all that work. And so I'm really gonna try to just enjoy it too. As weird as that sounds, like I'm gonna try to not get too focused on what I'm doing and how well I'm doing it, and just enjoy the experience. And I know friends and family will be there, so I'm gonna hopefully be able to spot them out throughout the race and just let them fuel me, and like just stay in that that mental space of just enjoying the experience in the process.
Bro, we were out there when you were biking. We were following you like crazy. It was sick.
Oh man. Stunned, dude. 70.3.